me, man.
Yeah,
Really.
Dave. Yeah. Anytime, my
Yeah,
brother. Anytime, anytime, anytime.
yeah. Caught you on
So,
holiday,
yeah, taking a little break.
taking a little break. I don't know if you want to show the foot. What were you enjoying on there?
Oh, okay. That my connection or yours?
Oh
Oh,
boy,
sorry.
oh boy.
Right. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
that is what
So
you
I
call
was
the life
taking
of
a yeah, 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 yeah,
rich.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah, yeah.
unfortunately for you, it's not a holiday in Barbados, but it's for us here today, Republic Day. So
Republic Day, yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah,
if you,
yeah.
I know I only have 15
Mm.
minutes of your time. So one
Yeah,
thing I
man.
wanted to ask you is, what
Yeah,
makes you
sure.
decide, or how did you get into the insurance industry?
Um, but Dave, actually, that's not too much of a not much of a big story. You know, I actually my former manager at Clico um was a distant family member that I didn't see. I mean, much older, but I didn't see for years, and I ended up meeting up with him, and he just said, he started to talk to me about insurance, and I said,
Okay,
this sounds like something I would like to do. And I said,
okay.
what, why not give it a try? And I said, I was in sales before, so I
Oh,
was
you
saying,
did
well,
sales
boy,
before?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Okay, what kind of sales did you do before?
I actually worked in a cloth store. I was working in the wholesale
Are you
department.
selling cloth?
I used to sell clothes for the famous Jimmy Abood boy. So
Okay,
when he told me, he said, well, man, come and try your hands. I said, you know what, let me try something a little different. And I said I was giving it 2 years. And
right.
I said if nothing I work out, after the 2 years period, I would go back to my original plans, my original goals. And
Right, right.
a year and a half into it, I was almost ready to quit because things was not going good at all.
A year and a
At
half
all,
into
at
it.
a year and a half into it, it was not
But
going good at
tell
all.
me a little bit about what that was like for you.
Ah, boy, my first year, Dave, I actually and I tell people as they laugh. My first year, and this is 22 years ago, my production was $55,000. Right, 52 applications for $55,000.
Whoa, 55 TT.
The
Oh
TT.
gosh, that's like 20,000.
I, my manager at the time, as much as he had brought me the business, he said, "Listen, um, you know, I'm gonna put you on a performance improvement program." And he said, "Listen,
Oh man, a
after
pit.
the after the PIP, right?" He said, "After the first, he said we're gonna monitor you quarter by quarter, and
Wow.
after the first, he said, give me a target for the first quarter." And he said, "Listen, if you don't make it, if you don't make the target in the first quarter, then we have to call it quits." And I was like, man, I started giving this thing 24 months. So the first quarter he gave me a target, I hit the target.
Wow.
A small target, huh? Then he
Hmm.
raised the target in the second quarter, and I didn't hit it. And he said, "Well,
Okay.
he said I'm gonna give you another quarter." And I hit the target in the third quarter. And he said, "Right, here's the last one." I said, "If you don't do, but still small targets, I nowhere close to what they were expecting."
Hmm.
Um, and at the end of in the third quarter, that fourth quarter now, he said, "This is it. This do or die." Um, and I in that quarter I qualified for MDRT.
In that quarter.
In that quarter, yeah, in that quarter,
Wow.
and
Wow.
there has been no looking back since. Ever since,
So
I've
so
just
so
been
what different did
right.
you do at that time, at that crunch time?
Actually, what made the difference was my unit manager made the difference. He
Okay.
changed my unit manager a year after the year and 6 months. That manager, he well was a female, and she kind of was leaving the business. She was more going into retirement, and he brought in the company's top producer went into management, a guy by the name of Bunny Alexander,
Oh,
and
Bunny. Yeah.
he said, yeah, and then
Wow.
he said, listen,
Oh yeah, and that would have been
uh,
actually cool.
at
Yeah.
Clico, yeah, and
Yeah.
he said, Bunny, this is a true test to see if you make a good manager. Here's this young boy, plenty potential, but you're not doing anything. And Bunny actually took me and really showed me the business.
Wow.
He really taught me the business. Um, and he was tough, very tough on me. I mean, there's a story I tell people that he was teaching me how to write letters, and this man
Uh,
made me write a letter 23 times. One
you
letter,
s- you serious?
23 times. Right? The last letter
This
was
would be
like
a letter for a client.
for a client, a prospecting letter. I told them I
Bro.
wanted to prospect this particular market, and he said,
Hmm.
"Well, okay, what are you gonna do? You're gonna write them, right?" I say, "Yeah." I mean, those days they didn't have internet, they didn't have emails and things just yet, right? Well,
Yeah,
at least we
yeah,
wasn't using it, so we used to mail your letters out. so,
yeah.
so he's like, your letter has to be on point, has to be crisp, it must be catching.
Hmm.
And this man, I did it 23 times, one prospecting letter. At about
Hmm.
10 in the night, the last draft, I took a drop it for him and I said, "Yo," I said, "I'm tired,
Right.
man." I said, this has to do. And he looked at, he said, "Perfect." 23
Okay.
times, you know,
23
but
times.
people always ask me, they say, "Why you did it?" I said, "Because this man was successful. He was a TOT member." And I said to myself, "Listen,
Yeah.
obviously he's doing something that is clearly he knows what he's doing. So I am going to do anything he tells me to."
Oh no.
That's what I was going to be. So, so
Well, okay. Bunny
yeah,
Alexander, man. Yeah, he was a
yeah.
legend in the industry.
God bless his soul, man. God bless his soul. So gone too soon.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I remember him.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So tell me something, right? How important you think strategy is for an insurance agent
Oh
to be
man,
strategic?
very, very important. This is, you see, there are two ways. I see there are two ways you you increase your productivity, right?
Hmm.
Um, Either you increase your activity, which means
Right,
you sell more applications, or you increase your average case size,
right,
right? You could split it, you could flip it however long you want. It comes down to
hmm,
those two. Either you're selling more people um,
right,
at a smaller average case size, or you're selling bigger bigger policies, right, to a fewer market, to fewer people, right?
hmm,
And you have, if you want to take your business to the next level, strategy on working smart,
hmm,
because increasing your activity, while it is good, it could also be very difficult because
right,
it means longer hours, right?
correct.
And as a young agent, you would have to pay your dues, right? You have to put in the hours because
Yeah,
practice makes perfect. So you have to
yeah,
put in the hours. You have to work at it. But after a while, if 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, you still, you know, selling $300 and $400. I mean, for us, it's in Trinidad policies.
yeah, yeah. Like a
Something
hundred
wrong with
dollar
your
policy
business.
still.
$100
Can't cry
policy
about this.
still. I mean, yeah, you
Yeah,
have the one. You don't want to discriminate, but if that's your market after all this time, I mean, something wrong with your strat plan. You really need to upgrade what you're
right.
doing. So to me, strategy is helping you to work smart,
It's
right?
helping
And
the
and
worst.
and you know, and working, telling you where you should target.
Right. So
So
tell me a
it,
little bit more about strategy in the marketplace.
um it comes down to identifying. You see, you're starting your strategy as to pretty much where you want to target, where you want to end up, right? And if you, let's say you want to strategize, you want to get into the business market, which every agent seems to want to do because you get the bigger premiums there, right?
Hmm.
I don't know if you're right now. You can run into this market and just call people without a plan, right?
Right,
However, you could sit with someone who pretty understands the market. You can partner with people that work in the market currently.
right,
You can partner with attorneys. You can seek out associations, business
right,
association, chambers, and you know, instead of trying to get to 1-1, you formulate a plan, or should I say, formulate a strategy on how to penetrate that market. And that is the key a lot of people tend to miss, is how do you penetrate a market and not just scratch the surface of it.
surface.
You know,
Right.
because so many times I ask agents, I said, what market do you work? And they say, well, I work with doctors. And I said, well, how many doctors you have in your portfolio?
Mm-hmm.
I have 20 doctors. I said, how could that be a market? How could you say that's your strategy and you have 20 people, 20
Right.
doctors, and you have hundreds, maybe thousands of doctors in your country?
Doctors. And you only got
You,
20.
you only have 20. You and 10, that's not market penetration. That,
Got
you
you.
probably just, that's not even touching the market.
Oh dear.
Right? So strategizing
Connection
at this
seems
coming
a
up.
little,
Oh, yeah?
yeah. The
You were
connection
saying?
is a little shaky, but go ahead.
I'm hearing you though. I'm seeing you clear. So I don't know if it's on my end or your end.
Okay.
I'm seeing you.
I'm hearing
I'm
you well,
hearing you.
but you cut out
Yeah.
slightly, but that's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
But tell me
Okay. Okay.
something.
Right.
What particular skill would you advise the agent to perfect in order to improve significantly in the business?
Well, their main components. You see, one, your prospecting skill is a must, right? That's the lifeblood of the business. You have
Hmm.
to be able to prospect, and but then again, prospecting has, the way I see it, has transformed into more of networking. Right
Right.
now, it's a little difficult to network in COVID, um,
Yeah.
but it's something I used to do a lot. Being able
Networking.
to networking, being
Hmm.
able to socialize. Now, networking is not just about going out and meeting people, right? It's about an exchange. It's about adding value.
Hmm.
So when you're networking with people, you don't just see what you can get. It's also what you bring to the table as well.
Right.
Now, if someone could master and perfect that, being able to interact in a crowd or in a social setting or with even an individual,
Right.
and also being able to communicate the value that you bring, um, by completely differentiating yourself from everyone else.
Right.
That would make, I would say, any agent who could perfect that, be
Hmm.
able to hold that conversation,
Right.
grab that person's attention, keep their attention.
Right.
I think that is key. Um,
Right. Okay.
that is key. Yeah, because you see
Fantastic.
it. You see people would, they don't know what to say when they meet a client, or they go and meet a prospect, and that is, I mean, that's a no no. I have a
Right.
saying, small talk is the biggest talk we do when we meet our clients, right? So
Yeah.
when before
Small
you
talk is
start,
the biggest talk.
it's the biggest talk. So before you even start your presentation or even start getting into business,
Right.
you got to be able to learn how to start a conversation. You know
It
how
is
to
true.
make the person comfortable with you before they even, that little split second that they decide whether they're doing business with you or not, right? And that
Right.
comes, you can come in and bring a heavy aura with you, and you're all business, and they just already take to, or you could bring something light aura, light
Right.
personality, right?
Got you. Got
Easily
you.
to be related, like people easy to relate. Yeah, a person that is easily to be to relate
Yeah.
to. So
Relatable. Yeah.
things like that. Yeah, you could, once you an agent could master that, yeah, they're on the right track already. So
Right. Right.
the
Right. So
product
yeah.
knowledge, and all those things. I mean, those things you could teach anybody that.
Yes, it's
Anybody.
true.
You could regurgitate that. That's easy,
Yeah.
But this is a people profession, and you
Right.
must be able to hold their attention, and it must like it. It must be relatable.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
we've gone a little past the 15 minutes that you promised to give me. So I can wrap up with one more question.
Yeah, sure,
If there was
shoot
one
away.
resource
Mm,
or book that you would
mm,
recommend that an agent
mm,
read, what would that be?
mm. It's not kidding. Um, One of the best books I've read in the insurance industry, really, the 8 Best Practices of High Performance Salespeople by Noam Trainer.
But give me that one again.
8 Best Practices of High Performance Salespeople by Noam Trainer. Am I saying it
Okay.
right? Yeah, yeah. I could send it to you as well. But I remember because I met the
Yeah.
author at MDRT a few times.
All right. Yeah.
Noam Trainer. Yeah, the
Right.
8 Best Practices of High Performance Salespeople. That's it. Yeah, one of the
Yeah.
best books I have ever read. I mean, you have the others. You have the Greatest
Yeah.
Salesman. The Ogmandingo. You
Yeah.
have those.
Yeah.
Those are good, right? But that one,
Yeah. But that one.
That one changed my life. Yeah,
Certainly, certainly,
yeah,
I'll go for that one. So would you
yeah,
say
yeah.
that is one that propel you to top of the
Oh
table?
yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. That one, yeah. It actually has some examples of cases and how the agent won over the cases with difficult prospects.
Well,
So it's really good. Really good.
fantastic. But
So
Calvin, listen,
yeah.
I just want you to know that I appreciate the time you took out for your holiday. Republic Day.
Nah, it's good,
Spend with
brother. It's
me,
good,
man.
brother. I know we've been trying to hook up for the last couple of weeks, but
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
It's the
I
least I can
listen, I
do.
understand. You're busy.
Yeah. It's the least
Yeah,
I can do, man. Least I can do.
yeah,
But anytime, man. I mean, even if you want me to
yeah.
do I mean, Amado has. I've come to Barbados before with Amado and do a talk and thing a couple years ago. So if
Okay.
Amado, so if that's something that you guys want me to do, we could do it
Connection
virtual.
bad again.
Yeah. Even if there's something you want me to chat with the team virtually, we could do that, man.
Yeah. We
So
could probably do. I could probably let you
yeah.
come in there virtually and do one of
Yeah,
my
man.
meetings.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Do a
we
question
will
and
arrange
answer.
that.
Okay. Definitely,
Yeah,
brother. All right.
yeah.
All right.
But
Well,
thanks again, man.
I think
I can see that's
baby is up.
one of the little ones
Yeah.
want your attention.
Yeah. They're up. So it's
Yeah,
time for me to get up and
yeah,
get.
yeah. You go ahead, man. Thank you. Have a
All
great
right,
day.
Dave. Yeah, bro. No problem, my brother. Give him out of my regards, man. All right. So you'll talk. All right. Take
All
care.
right. Good.
All right, man. It does.